guys, it's Bonnie again, back with another video. Today I was going to talk about how to make money if you're a full-time nomad. This video is about if you're traveling place to place very frequently, like 1 month or less, so you're not looking for a stable job, you're not probably looking for a seasonal job, and you're like, what do? I need some money because I want to travel. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, then keep watching because this video has lots of tips and ideas on what to do in this scenario. So I want to talk with my experience as a nomad. I am getting ready to do a lot of travel, and I have also moved here from Florida, so all of this stuff is stuff that I have used a little bit in my life and stuff that I'm kind of prepping to use more as I begin my nomadic life and probably do van life here in a few months. So I've been really thinking about what am I going to be doing and just like really planning, and it's definitely something you want to plan ahead of time because you don't want to jump in there and then realize you have absolutely no income and you're on the road and you still have your bills and you still need food and things like that. So just really consider it ahead of time and you should be fine. So babysitting, pet sitting, dog walking, things like that, really easy if you are just traveling. Sometimes people just need somebody for 1 or 2 days while they go out of town or while they need a date night or something like that. I use care.com a lot for babysitting. I admit I don't pet sit and dog walk quite as often. You can find those on there as well. Pay does vary heavily depending on where you are. In my area I can make anywhere from $15 to $30 an hour babysitting, but where I lived in Florida I would typically make like $5 to $10, so really depends where you are. You can also find jobs on Craigslist in the gig section. I always tell people, be careful if you're on Craigslist because it is Craigslist, but I've fixed people's computers, I've taught people how to type, I've cleaned houses, I've babysat. Like, you can find all different kinds of things on Craigslist. I see things constantly, people needing somebody with a truck to move things, like just really simple day jobs that pretty much anybody can do can be found there. There's also employment offices in a lot of towns. You just go in, they can get you a job for a day or a week, and it's nothing long term, so you can just get yourself a temporary job, get yourself some money, and then head off with your life after that. The next thing I would say, selling things. So right now as I'm beginning to start my nomadic life, I'm selling a lot of things I own. Like, for example, this bed I'm sitting on is going to be sold soon, and my desk is going to be sold, and because my car is not going to make it where I'm going in Alaska, I am selling my car. I realize not everybody who's going to be a nomad is going to sell their car. A lot of people do van life and need their vehicle, so of course be considerate with what you sell, but if you don't need it, if it's just basically cash sitting around, sell it. Also, if you are crafty at all, you can get your crafts into certain stores. For example, I crochet. I have beanies and ornaments and little stuffed animals and things like that that I have in stores that I'll stop at along the way. Again, this does require planning because typically what happens is I will bring my products to a store, and then in a month and 3 months I'll come back and check on that store and at that point receive the money. So it's not, with my crafts I don't receive money right away. If you need money right away and are crafty, there's always Etsy and eBay, and you can try selling your stuff on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So selling things is definitely great. I've made probably close to $1,500 in the last month between, part of that is my car, but still, that definitely does help. And also you're going to want to plan work before you travel, as I've mentioned a bunch. You don't want to just head out into the unknown and think you'll find something. You might want to check Craigslist when you wake up in the morning. If you're van life, if you're like, oh, I'm between these 2 cities, I could go here, I could go here, check Craigslist, see which one has some better job opportunities. Maybe hit a few people up before you start driving, and maybe you can have a job set up when you're already, as soon as you get there, or before you even get there. Also, you might want to consider an online stream of income. I've done Etsy, eBay. As you guys can see, I am on YouTube. I currently am not making money with YouTube, but I did feel the need to mention YouTube because lots of people do make money with YouTube, so it is a potential stream of income. Also, you could try writing a book. I have not written a book yet, but I am in the process of writing my first book. I'm hoping within the next 6 months to a year it'll be out. I'll have more details on that as I get closer, but don't feel the need to talk too much about that right now. So just really think about, what are you good at, what are your passions, and what could you use as a sustainable moving job for yourself. Also, just really make sure you keep your expenses low. So for example, by me selling my car, I now have cut out the expense of gas and the expense of car insurance. And yes, I do probably need a bus every now and then as a result, but it is still cheaper for me to get a whole month bus pass than for me to pay both of these things, so I'm still saving money. Also, you can do things like, if you're going to be a nomad, you might not need rent, so that's typically your biggest expense. And just other little things like that, like ask yourself, if you have Netflix and Hulu, do you really need them both? Are you really getting the best deal on your car insurance if you are still using a car? And just little things like that, because every little dollar is going to add up, and with you not having as much of a reliable stream of income, you will want to make sure that you can budget for that. Guys, comment any additional tips and tricks you have below for making money as a nomad. Also, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with some more videos.